The 7 trumpets in Revelation. Now, this is Revelation chapter 8 on the 4th trumpet. 8:12. And the 4th angel sounded, and the 3rd part of the sun was smitten, and the 3rd part of the moon, and the 3rd part of the stars, so as the 3rd part of them was darkened. And the day shone not for the 3rd part of it, and the night likewise. And I beheld, and heard an angel flying through the midst of heaven, saying with a loud voice, Woe, woe, woe to the inhabitants of the earth, by reason of the other voices of the trumpets of the 3 angels, which are yet to sound. In the passage, what does it mean by 3rd part of the sun, moon, and stars being smitten to darkness? This is not saying that the celestial bodies will actually dim in brightness, but may be a result of screening effect of the air particulates such as smoke. You may see similar examples like this in other places in the Bible. Revelation chapter 9:2. And he opened the bottomless pit, and there arose a smoke out of the pit, as the smoke of the great furnace. And the sun and the air were darkened by reason of the smoke of the pit. In Ezekiel chapter 32:7, And when I shall put thee out, I will cover the heaven, and make the stars thereof dark. I will cover the sun with a cloud, and the moon shall not give her light. In these verses, the sun was also darkened, but it was not referring to the actual sun becoming dark, but rather being covered by smoke or cloud. So in Revelation chapter 8 also, it would be more plausible to interpret that the sun, moon, and stars were darkened by some smoke screening effect rather than to say they dimmed in reality. Besides, what would be the probability that all the sun, moon, and stars becoming dark at the same time? It would be very unlikely. Therefore, it is plausible to reason that the dimming of the celestial bodies is the result of the changes in the Earth's atmosphere. Now, since the 3rd trumpet was sounded in 1986, we can speculate that the 4th trumpet must have sounded sometime after 1986. So I want you to take a look at the next linked video produced from Discovery Channel, which talks about the chemical contrail called chemtrail. It is very well documented and provides insights into its origin of practice that probably started from early 1990. As seen in the video, it is presumed that the spraying of chemtrails started from the intent to reduce the global warming by introducing fine aerosols of metallic origins like barium, aluminum, manganese, zinc, and so forth that would reflect the sunlight back into space outside the Earth. So now you can see every military and commercial airplanes diligently releasing chemicals into the atmosphere. And many times, you cannot see the deep blue sky, but instead, a white haze or a giant checkboard in the sky. The white lines of these chemtrails would not go away, even for hours at a time. In contrast, the normal contrails made of water vapors and carbon dioxide would go away in seconds to 2 minutes at most. The satellite photo here is showing chemtrails over Great Lakes area. This is photo of aerial shot over the East Coast taken by the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration in year 2000. You can see a white haze covering over Maryland, Philadelphia, New York, New Jersey, Virginia, all over the East Coast. One thing I want listeners to be not ignorant about is that there are unusual high concentrations of heavy metals found in the chemtrails. Not only barium, aluminum, manganese, and zinc, but boron, lead, iron, magnesium, and even arsenic are found according to the information on the Discovery Channel. Chemtrails not only have already become a worldwide problem by blocking sunlight, but its submicroscopic particulates can also impact the lungs, can inflame the heart, and cause heart disease, leading to fatalities. This is also the aerial shot of the southeast part of the United States. You can see the state of Florida, Alabama, Georgia, South Carolina, and the part of Tennessee and Mississippi. NASA claims that these are contrail clutter, but they stay in the sky without dissipating for hours. This also is a sky view over Florida taken in 2000. I guess the checkboarded sky is drifting in motion as the wind blows or as the Earth spins. This photo is a view over Saudi Arabia in 1991. NOAA, the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, took this aerial shot. As the Discovery documentary revealed, the chemtrails were used in Vietnam War for purpose of engineering the weather in the region. But it is suspected that the chemtrail spraying became an international standard routine starting in early 1990s for the express purpose of geo-engineering to slow down the global warming. Here is also a view over the states of Texas and Louisiana and part of Oklahoma and Arkansas. And I believe that these chemtrails have direct impact in reducing the light of the sun, moon, and stars from entering the earth in the daytime as well as the nighttime. In the interest of time, I'm not including the evidences for all the multi-purposes that chemtrails serve for the government's secret grand experiments, but documents and proofs can be easily found for the following objectives: weather control for military and political use, spraying love virus for the demoralization of society, spraying the fun vax, which is an anti-spiritual vaccine that suppresses VMAT2 gene called God gene that are mostly active in all fundamentalists, zombie virus developed by NATO like LQP-79, or something similar that causes rabies in animals, foot and mouth disease to decimate cattle population or kill off bees, spraying heavy metal concentrates by Monsanto to strategically destroy farming and to mobilize farmers into urban areas for taking control over farm production, or spraying heavy smoke under Blue Beam Project to stimulate fake rapture and or fake alien and UFO attacks in space, etc. These things are not new for those in the know, as you can see how international weather is traded as commodities under Bloomberg website, and the Illuminati card game have several cards dedicated to these subjects. To illustrate how chemtrail is used with specific purpose, let us review some of the legal documents of the past. In House Resolution 2977, the Space Preservation Act of 2001, under the Section 7 definitions it reads, "Through the use of land-based, sea-based, or space-based systems using radiation, electromagnetic, psychotronic, sonic, laser, or other energies directed at individual persons or targeted populations for the purpose of information war, mood management, or mind control of such persons or populations, or by expelling chemical or biological agents in the vicinity of the person." Such terms include exotic weapon systems such as electronic, psychotronic, or information weapons, chemtrails, high-altitude, ultra-low frequency weapon systems, plasma, electromagnetic, sonic, or ultrasonic weapons, laser weapon systems, strategic, theater, tactical, or extraterrestrial weapons, and chemical, biological, environmental, climate, or tectonic weapons. Right from this section, we can clearly see that the politicians and some lawmakers are fully aware of the existence and the potential uses of the chemtrails, HARP, and other various weapons. Continuing on with the last paragraph of the HR 2977, it reads, "The term exotic weapon systems include weapons designed to damage space or natural ecosystems, such as the ionosphere or upper atmosphere, or climate, weather, and tectonic systems with the purpose of inducing damage or destruction upon the target population or region on Earth or in space. The exotic weapons to control climate, weather, and even the people's minds are not a science fiction anymore. They're designed and covertly implemented in our reality." This is why the HR 2977 was introduced to put a stop on a research, development, testing, manufacturing, production, and deployment of all exotic weapons. However, with unfavorable executive comment received from the Department of Defense, the HR 2977 was not passed into a law. The consequent efforts of HR 3657, Space Preservation Act of 2003, the HR 2420 of 2005 are referred to House Subcommittee, but the detailed listings of exotic weapons under definition section is reduced to projectiles and explosives.